Right, Blighty Boxing with Frank Warren and Queensbury Promotions. Now we're here with the, I was going to say new or very recent WBC Super Bantamweight International title holder, Chris Bourke. A major, well, you've reached a couple of major sort of totem poles in your career over the last few months. You must be very happy.
Yeah, 2020 was a bad year for most people, but in terms of boxing, it was a good year for me. I had 3 fights. One was just a little 4-rounder, and then I had 2 title fights on BT Sport and 2 belts.
I mean, during the dark days, I know we seem to be going through something similar again now, but could you have imagined that you'd have made such progressive steps emerging from a lockdown with, you know, in front of no people?
Yeah.
You know, and in that time you do the southern area and an international title in that time. You couldn't have imagined that, I guess.
No, you know, I'm lucky enough just to be fighting at this moment in time, and to get 2 good fights against good fighters for 2 good belts, it's a blessing.
The first one, of course, was Ramez Mahmoud, who it went the distance. It wasn't massively close, but it was close-ish. And then people thought you were stepping into a much tougher fight against the sort of the O-snatcher, Michael Ramabeletsa. And it didn't really go to the script people thought it might, did they? I mean, a lot of people thought he would give you a real fight.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people probably favoured you to win. I think you would have been quite a clear favourite, but didn't expect it to be all over in 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, he's confident, he's very experienced, he was a good amateur, been in the pro game a long time, and like you said, he's coming off beating quite a few undefeated prospects, so he was confident as well. But yeah, to be honest, I was expecting a long fight, hard fight, but I caught him with a perfect shot, and it caught him.
Now you did, as they say, jump on him.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you see a shot like that land, and the instinct of all the trainers and that is still, don't blow a gasket early on, take your time, but you were obviously prepared to take that risk.
I thought he'd be quite dangerous if I let him recover. You know, you'd use his experience and get back in the fight, and I didn't want to give him that chance, so I jumped on him.
Was there any sort of fear in the back of your head, but you know, once you do that, it's very easy to empty the tank, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but when you got someone hurt like that, it was a heavy knockdown, you got up quick, I had to take the chance.
Big statement though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, you know, he's been in with a lot of good fighters and no one's done that to him.
I think if you were flying under any radars before, I think you'd now made people sit up and take notice. Now, have you noticed a difference in the recognition since that time?
Yeah, definitely. I think my name's out there a lot more now. It's definitely more people talking about me. And I got a lot of good feedback from the Ramez fight, and I got even more after this fight, you know. Got a lot of people saying that they were a Michael Ramabeletsa fan, but now they're my fan, and they were expecting a really tough fight. They're surprised, so it was good. Yeah.
So you've taken the belt on a few little visits, I noticed, on social media.
Yeah.
Tell us what you've been up to.
Yeah, been seeing my old amateur gym where I started training at Ballon, when I saw the coaches there and stuff. Went to, instead of like a 6th form, I went to a boxing academy. So I went there with the belt, and I done a little talk with the boys and girls that box there. And yeah, just seeing friends and family, really.
Now, how's your public speaking? I mean, you're not the sort of bloke that says a lot of unnecessary words. You sort of you limit sometimes what you say. You're not one for long answers.
Yeah.
So how did you find sort of standing up in public in front of an audience?
It's all right. When I'm talking about boxing, it's okay because I'm comfortable with it. You know, they're all a good bunch of kids and stuff. It's fine. I'm getting better as I'm getting more and more interviews and stuff as well. So it's just all part of it.
One thing I've noticed over the television coverage a little bit, you're still getting Chris Bourke quite a lot, aren't you?
yeah, I am. But
You were sort of like, I think they're going to start going around correcting it a little bit.
a little bit, but it just brushes over my head. Really, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but people do need to get your name right, don't they?
Yeah, it'll come. Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do a little bit of stir in the pot here. I was checking out your rankings on BoxRec, because they're the only sort of general place we can get the British rankings, in a sense. And you are 5 of 31 in Britain. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah.
The guys above you, Gavin McDonnell, Brad Foster, Tommy Ward, and Yafai, Gamal Yafai, who's just fought for the European title.
Yeah.
Are you looking to join that company, or sort of just beneath you, you've got people like Mark Leach, Cage Asfak, Lucian Reed, Jack Bates, well, further down interesting fights, Jack Bates and Shabazz Massoud, who are 15th and 17th in the rankings. Now, I suppose Ashfaq you'd know from GB, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I knew him through GB. I only ever sparred him once though, so not much in terms of sparring him, but yeah, seen him a lot.
So if you had the choice, where would you like to go? I mean, you might, obviously you've got an international title, you could face international names, but if you were to look in the domestic side, what would be your sort of choice of route?
Who was number one?
Number one, Gavin McDonnell.
Yeah, then be him.
Have him, yeah. Yeah. He's got considerable experience, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, he is. He's a very good fighter. He's very experienced. To be honest, everyone on that list is a really good fighter. I think Brad Foster's probably the most realistic, but I think he'll vacate because he's won it outright. So hopefully, who knows, my next fight could be for the British. Did Leach win an eliminator?
He did, yes. He beat Ashfaq, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he'll be, I guess he'll be nominated to face Brad. So I suppose it's just like I say, a lot of this depends on what Brad decides to do.
It'll be me and Leach for the British.
Yeah, WBC.
There we go, we've got a little bit of branding for the interview.
That's the trip I've had.
Just looking at it, you mentioned like McDonnell. He fought Gamal Yafai, didn't he?
Yeah.
And everyone thought Yafai was going to beat him, but he showed the experience, didn't he? I suppose it just shows you still got to be a little bit careful, doesn't it?
Yeah, boxing's about the right fights at the right time, and he is very experienced, very good fighter. He's boxed a lot of top level boys, and yeah, he's probably a lot more. The reasons he's ranked high, he's done a lot more rounds, you know. So it's all about the right fights at the right times, and I just leave that to my team, really.
Did you watch Gamal Yafai win the European title?
No, I keep meaning to, but I heard it was a really good fight.
He did well, yeah. I mean, the guy kept coming, but he got a clear decision in Italy, I think it was, wasn't it?
I rate the fight. I think he's a good fighter. You know? I was on the squad with his younger brother, and they're all good fighters, to be honest.
I just had a note from Martin. Chris Bourke, thank you very much, and we'll speak to you very soon.